The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. Make everything as simple as possible, but not simpler. The dog is very smart. He feels sorry for me because I receive so much mail. That's why he tries to bite the mailman. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. Only two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? Men marry women with the hope they will never change. Women marry men with the hope they will change. Invariably they are both disappointed. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention deserves. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. As far as the laws of mathematics refer to reality, they are not certain, and as far as they are certain, they do not refer to reality. Intellectuals solve problems, geniuses prevent them. Whoever undertakes to set himself up as a judge of truth and knowledge is shipwrecked by the laughter of the gods. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute, and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour, and it seems like a minute. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. In theory and practice are the same. In practice, they are not. If you are out to describe the truth, leave elegance to the tailor. You see, wired telegraph is a kind of a very, very long cat. You pull his tail in New York and his head is meowing in Los Angeles. Do you understand this? And radio operates exactly the same way. You send signals here, they receive them there. The only difference is that there is no cat. The majority of the stupid is invincible and guaranteed for all time. The terror of their tyranny, however, is alleviated by their lack of consistency. The release of atomic energy has not created a new problem. It has merely made more urgent the necessity of solving an existing one. If I had only known, I would have been a locksmith. Too many of us look upon Americans as dollar chasers. This is a cruel libel, even if it is reiterated thoughtlessly by the Americans themselves. If one studies too zealously, one easily loses his pants. The equation for ego is 1 over knowledge. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Gravitation cannot be held responsible for people falling in love. Technological progress is like putting an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. If a success in life then is equal to x plus y plus z, work is x, y is play, and z, keeping your mouth shut. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. The hardest thing in the world to understand is the income tax. Love is a better teacher than duty. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention deserves. If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. I am a deeply religious non-believer. This is a somewhat new kind of religion. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits,